All right, we're on air. Yay. Okay. Good evening, everyone. This is Lady Luck. For the first ever episode of the Mistresses of Mayhem podcast. Yay!
Ooh, yay! Ooh, spooky.
Spooky.
Spooky. Good evening, everyone. This is Lady Luck. Oh my gosh, I'm getting delay. Hold on.
First ever
I got it.
episode of the Mistresses of Mayhem podcast.
I gotta mute that. Hold on. I'm really good at YouTube, you guys. I just started getting like myself back in the mix. I was like, no, we're not doing
It's
it.
very impressive. No,
I mean, we're nailing it.
We are totally off to an amazing start. One of us is not even here.
Mm-hmm.
She will be.
yeah, we need her to exist at some point.
Okay, so I'm Lady Luck. My real name is Randy. You can use that if you want. I just like to keep my spooky life and my personal life separate.
I like that. I like that your spooky life is like the equivalent of you being a hooker or a stripper, and you use other
It
names for it.
absolutely is. It absolutely is.
Can't take it home
I've
with
been
you.
following Horror Nights for about like 3 years now and all that junk, and I'm a huge theme park junkie in all ways. And I like Edgar Allan Poe, and my favorite Halloween Horror Nights memory is not being there for 26. Not getting to see all of you. No. Okay, so now, fresh from her debut at the Freak Show, please welcome Melody.
Ooh, I appreciate that introduction.
I have fancy introductions for everyone, just so you know.
That is absolutely fantastic. You have done so much more planning than I have ever done for anything in my entire life.
I'm just really excited.
So yeah, my name is Melody, or Mel's, or Melody the Disnerd on Twitter or whatever. I will go by any of those names, although Mel's is the one I get the most commonly. Anyways, oh boy, you said things about yourself that I now can't remember.
Oh, just like how long you've been into HHN and like your favorite memory.
Okay, well, I mean, I first encountered HHN when I was about 5. And there were commercials for it on TV, and I was like, wow, that's the worst thing I could ever imagine, and I will never go, and I hate all of it. And
Is it
then
bad that the same thing happened to me?
somewhere around age 17 or so, I decided this is the year. Like, I kind of started getting into it around 2009, but I was still a huge wuss, so I didn't go. I attended for the first time at Horror Nights 24 in 2014, and then Halloween Horror Nights 26 in 2016 was my first year working the event. So I hold a rank of huge fan and character.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get it, girl.
Snaps.
I'm still tired.
Yes.
It's
anyway,
been
sorry.
like 3 months.
I know. I took a bite of food there too. I needed to stall. Anyways, favorite Horror Nights memory? I suppose you said that. I mean, can I say the entirety of Horror Nights 26? Like, it was just the best experience.
Absolutely,
of my entire
yes.
life.
You can absolutely say that.
The every night, like, getting to go into work and work at what will probably be the best job ever, and get to talk to people about it afterwards, and just did so many cool things, and I have a whole new family, and it was pretty lit. So all of Horror Nights 26, every intoxicated moment of it.
Yes. Are you planning on auditioning this coming year?
Yes.
I mean, just to ask a dumb question.
Yeah, like, Kathy Bates is back, and she's pissed.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's
you
me.
and Coven.
Like, I'm ready to be Lollery. Like, I'm
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I already know what my room is gonna look like, girl. Like, it will be the attic filled with the torture devices. They're all gonna be empty. Up at the end, big poofy dress, bam, Minotaur from the side is the stair. Like, I'm ready. I'm prepared. Put me in there.
That is going to be amazing.
So
all right. Our next host, broadcasting from an undisclosed graveyard somewhere in Florida, presumably, please welcome Connie.
Oh, thank you for having me, and also that awesome introduction. That was hilarious. I'm rolling in my graveyard at this very moment. I'm
hilarious. Right. I'm glad I caught you at home.
Thank you for having me. Other forms of introduction. My name is Connie. I live in this graveyard. I haven't been into like horror very long or HHN. Last year, 25, Melody we used to live together. And she came home one day and she said, Connie, you need to come with me to this thing. And I said, I don't know. That sounds
like, I don't
creepy.
know. It doesn't really seem like it's for me.
Yeah, and then she was like, how about, and then I went to school. And then in the middle, like as I was driving home, she called me and she's like, I've got to deal with you. You've got to do this. So I'll pay half of the thing if you drive. And I was like, I do like the thing with not paying all of it. And I own a car. So this seems like a great deal.
I literally bribed her to go to Horror Nights.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't go by myself for like only because I only went once at 24. I went with my ex at 25, and then I had to go again because I just needed it. Like, I just couldn't stop thinking about it. And I was like,
No, I understand.
I know that
Whoa. What? Hello?
Did Melody just explode?
Oh my gosh. Well, that's not good. I hope her phone didn't die.
Yeah, me too.
She's still on here. She's still like on the. Yeah, so Melody.
Sorry, I missed a
You're
little
good.
story.
Okay, so yeah, Melody needs to go again, and so she bribed me to go, and I fell absolutely in love.
Of
And
course.
it was amazing, and then we hyped entire year, like it only got larger, like it didn't die. And then the first day that I could buy the Frequent Fear, I bought the Frequent Fear, and then I came like all the time, which was a really long drive. I was so sleep deprived that month and a half. So
yeah, Connie lives in Tampa, so she had a lengthy drive to come just as frequently as she did.
Which is just like 2 to 3 times a week, every week.
Yeah.
Because there's no chill.
Awesome. She was one of my biggest fans.
Oh yeah, I brought a beard into her once.
Mm-hmm. She wore a beard.
Frequent attender of the freak show.
Yeah, I wore a beard. I wore a beard in.
That's amazing.
Like, my scene partner, he grabbed me like as soon as there was a break, and he's like, "Did you know that bearded girl?" And I was like, "Yes. Oh, do I know that bearded girl?"
'Tis us, the bearded twins.
I think that's gonna be our t-shirt. Yes, I do know that bearded girl.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I could choose a single best Horror Nights. I don't have a lot to choose from. Last year, 25 was like a fever dream. It was like one night. It was like a mystical adventure. It changed my life. And then 26, like one of my best friends is working there, and I'm going a lot, so it's not as mystical. It's more like I'm just hearing a lot of the humdrums. So that was kind of really cool in its own vein, but like I'm not sure how I could possibly differentiate between those two experiences.
That's okay.
Choose one that's better.
Your favorite memory is Josh's party.
Yeah, that was really that was a good weekend. I don't think the party completely encapsulates the entire weekend.
Yeah. Because you got drunk one night and then we're still drunk the rest of the weekend.
Well, yeah, it didn't the weekend was just one giant awake for like 36 hours straight.
Exactly.
We were just awake for 36 hours. And then we went to a wedding. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
And then I got to go to Horror Nights that weekend too.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the weekend you got to like go.
Yeah, that was my one night off. Was that so like towards the beginning of the weekend, I think it was Friday night, we went to like an absolutely insane party where we never went to sleep. We had a huge Horror Nights party. The cast would party a lot after the event closed. Connie and I did not go to sleep, drove all the way down to a cruise ship and went to a wedding. And then like we were at the wedding most of the day, drove back to Orlando, attempted to recuperate. There was Horror Nights that night, but Pearl got sick, my dog. So that was my one night that I called out.
Oh, okay.
And so I like recovered that night, but then I went out later that night to visit somebody, and then the next day was my day off. So I finally got to go to Horror Nights, and that's when we did Repository.
Yeah.
Just a lot.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot. All right. Well, now that we've all introduced ourselves, and we'll wait for Darcy to come back before I do her little pitch, I guess. I hope she makes it.
Yeah, me too.
She's so great.
Where are you, Darcy?
I love you so much. Okay, so one of the reasons
she's too busy making Valentines.
Ooh, I was like, do you want to speak? So one of the reasons that I started this podcast was because I feel like a lot of ladies in the community have like a really interesting perspective on stuff the event does, and I just feel like we have something cool to say. So we were talking in the group chat we have on Twitter before this started, and we were like, oh yeah, stuff like Dollhouse of the Damned is going to be different if you're a girl. So that's part of like our perspective on the event is going to be different, so it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
Especially since a lot of what you hear is from the male perspective. Not that there aren't a lot of women who are attending, but a lot of the people who go out and talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some of the most vocal people, I mean, they tend to be men. And in the Horror Nights community, I see that especially. It's just very dominated, as is horror in general.
Absolutely,
It's sort of seen as a dude thing. But horror, and more specifically Horror Nights, like your feelings towards the event are so dictated by your personal experience and what appeals to you and what scares you, that, you know, your background is why certain things scare you. And you know, women's backgrounds are different than men's backgrounds. Not entirely. No, I'm not saying better, not saying worse, but they are definitely different.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this isn't like a superiority thing. It's just like, it's different.
We know horror better because of that whole, you know, the XX thing, those chromosomes.
Oh yeah, you know, the chromosomes, that's a real big deal, you know.
Definitely in horror, all those chromosomes.
Where's that horror movie? I'm sure that's out there.
I mean,
probably.
You know what? Never mind.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna not say anything.
Okay.
It's better.
You can tell me later.
I'll tell you later.
All right, so that moves female perspective out of the way. So let's get into 27.
Okay.
It comes after
I'm ready.
26.
It does come after 26, and it becomes before 28.
Yeah.
Whoa, what? I was not prepared for that.
I know this is a lot to take in. So, Orlando has posted nothing new, which is not unusual. It's January. We are the only weirdos who want to talk about this in January, apparently.
I'm ready now.
Yeah.
I'm ready now, too. I'm like, guys, come on.
Like, I could have auditioned 2 weeks after Horror Nights ended and been like, that was such a long wait.
Yeah. So our two code words from Hollywood, however, which we have a 75% chance of sharing IPs now because that's the way the world works. Everyone sigh right now, you know, get it up. That's good.
At the very least, we tend to do them much better.
That's true.
I agree with that.
I cannot talk to anyone who thinks Hollywood's Exorcist was good.
Thank you, Reagan. No, Reagan, continue.
Exactly. Oh my god, I could. I know we'd attempt to keep it PG-13 or so, but does that include quotes from The Exorcist?
Who said we were keeping it PG-13?
I don't know. I don't know what we're attempting to do here, but HHN Hollywood sucks cocks in hell. Like,
you can swear. I'm not going to stop you from swearing because I'm probably going to do it, so.
I mean, I'll attempt to avoid it just, you know, I don't know, because that's professional or some shit.
Yeah, it's easier to convince people we know what we're talking about if, like, we're not constantly inserting, like, fuck in front of every single word we're going to say. Which I want to, trust me.
Oh, yeah, I want to as well.
Well, and we're also, I think I'm going to start the more, if we keep doing this, I'm definitely going to create a drinking game for the podcast.
Honey, I already have. Every time we say the word chance, I'm taking a sip.
Yeah, that's pretty much me
we
right now.
We haven't said chance once.
Oh, no, we haven't.
Mm-mm.
We haven't talked about 26. That's crazy.
Yeah, I've already drunk about half of this, but that's just because...
Well, fair enough.
You're cheating.
I'm sorry.
Well, also, I think one of our things is take a sip every time we take a shit on Hollywood, so...
Oh, you right.
Well, there we go. I'll take a sip.
You right.
You right.
Anyway, we derailed. Oh, no. Okay, so Halloween Horror Nights 27 are code words from the deplorable John Murdy.
Well, it's not HHN 27 for them. It'll be HHN 2017.
Oh, right, because they're lame.
They don't number, yeah.
They don't number?
They don't number in the same way
they don't number because they haven't been doing it as long as we have, or consistently.
Chronology, though.
Yeah, they started earlier, but then they like just stopped and didn't do it for years.
Oh.
They started
Okay.
back up in like what, 2006?
Yeah.
Something like that. What are those noises?
Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to join the drinking game, so I was getting something out of the fridge.
Oh no, go right ahead.
Good job, Connor.
Okay, so our 2 code words from John Murdy are lemonade and Charles.
Obviously,
Thoughts and feelings.
Chucky singing Beyonce. That's the only options.
I was about to say, there's definitely going to be a Beyonce house this year.
Yeah.
I don't even know where even to start with lemonade. Like,
I can't.
all I can think of is just Beyonce smashing car windows. Like,
Yeah.
they'll just have one scare actor in the yellow dress from Hold Up, and they'll just be smashing a car, and that's it.
Yeah,
That's
that
obviously
sounds
doesn't
about
happen.
right.
Everyone will take pictures with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
One thing scare zone.
Around it just to keep
it's just
people away.
Beyonce.
It's just Beyonce.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I have nothing for either. With Charles, I think the obvious answer is Chucky, but it's too obvious.
Yeah. Well, okay. I did fact check this, and it is true. Hellraiser premiered at the Prince Charles Theater.
Okay.
So, and I
That's
have been
intriguing.
hearing Hellraiser tossed around in like fan forums and stuff as very early, very broad speculation. So there is a chance that that is Hellraiser.
All right. Yeah, that's intriguing. That's intriguing.
Are you sure it's not like
and
Charles
also-
Xavier?
What?
I said it. Are you sure it's not Charles Xavier, the X-Man?
Oh yeah, we talked about this.
I'm pretty sure it's him.
I would love a Sentinel chase house, like a giant robots trying to kill you house.
Yes, please.
That'd be kind of fun.
I think so. I want to be chased by giant robots.
And they can be the pink and purple ones. It's okay. Hellraiser has been on the board for a while now for a lot of people, and also Murdy said that that was going to be their hardest house. What does that mean for them? I don't know, but
I mean, they said Exorcist would be 2, and it was a colossal failure.
absolutely.
Perhaps they'll just hijack another beloved 70s horror film and massacre it. And I don't
Maybe
mean,
so.
don't mean Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I mean, they're just gonna freaking ruin it.
They're gonna make freaking ruin it.
They're gonna freaking ruin it.
No. I don't even think I ever saw any footage of Hollywood's Texas Chainsaw House. I don't think I ever managed to find that or see it or want to see it. So
They had a Texas Chainsaw House.
didn't you hear they had the big 4 and that's all that matters?
Yeah, I know. I was making a joke, but also I've never seen any footage of it. So
Oh, I have not either. Okay, I'm going to admit I haven't actually looked up footage from any of Hollywood stuff. I just figure I saw Orlando's in person, so why?
that's so honest.
I think, did Darcy say that Amityville might be Lemonade?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen Amityville thrown around, but I see Amityville thrown around for literally everything.
Well, yeah, and it was in the Krampus snow globe in that house, and it was the only facade in the snow globes in the Krampus workshop that hadn't been done before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And there's a new one coming out this year, so I could see it making an appearance.
I've
never seen Amityville.
no, me neither. I tend to just watch like Horror Nights says we're gonna be doing this thing. And I'm like, yes, I must watch this now. So
That's actually not a bad way to go, because I just feel, especially with like a lot of like stuff that gets released into theaters now, a lot of it's kind of terrible. So it's like, if you want a good starting point for your horror, see what's up at Horror Nights.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. Texas Chainsaw Massacre was a good movie, but not a fun movie.
Oh no.
So
It's a great movie because, I mean, especially when you talk about like the way it got made and everything, but I mean, it's painful to sit through on purpose.
yeah.
And that's the point, and like I appreciate that, but that like takes a lot of rewatchability out of it for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna watch it again. That would be crazy.
No.
Mm-mm.
And that's my thing, is I don't I mean, is it gross? Yeah. Is it scary?
Wait, what are we talking about?
Texas Chainsaw.
Oh, I love that movie.
Well,
Oh,
you love it because you love it, not because it's like a fun, entertaining movie, right?
Yeah, no, you're right. It falls into my favorite genre of movie.
And it's a good movie. It's just not like a I'm gonna watch this again that kind of movie.
Right, yeah, I know what you mean. But I'm like, Connie, you know me. I'm the type
I
of
know.
person that really likes I'm never gonna watch this again kind of movies. Like I do in fact sit down to watch 2001: A Space Odyssey for pleasure.
Batman versus Superman.
Oh god.
What? Wait, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
I coughed and then said Batman versus Superman and then coughed again.
Okay, I saw that once and I have not watched a superhero movie since because it ruined
Exactly.
all superhero movies for me.
I
I'm not gonna
know.
lie, that's the only movie I've ever walked out of a theater of.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
I left, like, I was starting to get a headache, and I was like, you know what I'm not in the mood for? This.
Yeah.
I should have done it with Suicide Squad, but I had my little sister, and she kind of wanted to stay, so.
Ugh. Ugh.
And then she got out of the movie, she's like, I hated that. She's 12! She's 12, and she has better taste.
They form opinions so young.
I know, I love her. She actually really loves Horror Nights from afar. She's nifty. She's like that. She was so excited about Krampus.
I loved the movie, hated the house.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, I do really adore the movie. I love Michael Dougherty, who's doing Godzilla. It was announced today, which I'm excited about because I love kaiju movies. Like, I have a little plushy Krampus. Like, I really love. My family is German, so like the Krampus is like part of our Christmas. Like when they were making a movie about it, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. You know, like I was already on board with Krampus train. But yeah, the house was not great.
I mean, I know that it got better. And I know that when I saw it, it was not quite at the peak. But it should not have had to have been finished throughout the course of the run. Like it should have.
Oh, absolutely not.
It should have been done no matter when you went.
Yeah, I think perhaps it was because I really enjoyed it. I'm a small naive child, and I like enjoyed all of the houses, and they were all so much fun to me. But
it was better than anything I'm going to see in my hometown. Like,
I think Krampus, to me, I focus on details a lot, and the details were perfect. The gingerbread men in the sink were adorable. All the nutcrackers everywhere. That's just a personal. I'm gonna say kink. I like nutcrackers a lot. And just everything, all the small details about the house, those were perfect. But I can understand how like the whole facade itself was not up to par.
I just would have liked to see an actual Krampus. Like they always kind of faked us out with the elves, and
there was one actual Krampus, and
there was an elf hiding under the hood, right?
No, there was that one, and then there was an actual Krampus. It was a big puppet towards the end. Trust me.
Okay.
He would creep.
I didn't realize it was there either until I befriended the person that was said Krampus.
Oh, Melody giving us the dish.
Our woman on the inside.
That being said, since we're still talking speculation somehow, a lot of people are saying that since we've formed this creative relationship with Michael Dougherty, is this the year we're going to get Trick or Treat?
Hopefully.
I want it so bad.
I want it so bad because I know that all of the Sams will be Reagans, and I want all of my Reagans to be hired.
Yes, that would be amazing. But here's my thing is like, there's also a lot of really fun like streetsy scenes. Like the amazing Halloween parade is so cool. So I almost want it to be a scare zone, but I know that won't work narratively. Like I was thinking like it would be cool to have like the trick or treat house going out into the parade from the movie, but that will never happen.
That would be really cool.
I think trick or treat would actually work quite well as a street. Although I can't see them putting IPs in the street again anytime soon.
Oh, right. They haven't done that in...
I mean, the last...
That was The Purge, was 24.
The last one was The Purge at 24, and that was... It was, like, very chaotic. It was a great zone, but I feel like we're just to the point where photos are so popular in streets. I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's very
Oh
popular right
God,
now.
yeah. The line to get a picture with Sam is gonna be like, oh my God.
Exactly. If Sam was in the streets, he would be mobbed.
Absolutely, you're right.
So yeah.
Which is why I was kind of thinking maybe the parade scene would work because it's kind of just fun, festive Halloween, like traditional, which
Yeah.
I heard some people note, you know, obviously there's a lot of people who are kind of negative about modern horror nights or whatever. And I get some of where their flack is coming from. But one thing I felt was lacking from 26 was any like traditional Halloween stuff.
Well,
That was
yes.
Yes? Melody was like halfway in a thought and then she flipped out.
Well, then I'll just say my thought, which was, why don't we just have a Halloween Town scare zone then?
Halloween Town
Yes,
Halloween Town.
That's a Disney property.
I keep forgetting that I can't do certain things on my phone while I'm on a hangout or it'll kick me off the call. Anyways, yes, traditional Halloween was sorely lacking from Horror Nights 26. It was, I mean, there was the Halloween house, which had like some orange and stuff, but that is not really, ironically, the Halloween movies are not that Halloween-y.
I would agree, yeah.
Central Park is normally where our super Halloween-y zone goes, but that was Banshee this year, which was not very Halloween-y at all. It was much more blue and green and not quite so like orange and
yeah, you gotta get those autumnal colors in there for it to really hit.
I mean, there was the there were the pumpkin heads and scarecrows, which there were like 3 of each, so it's not like it was a flood. They were super cool, like loved it, but it wasn't overwhelmingly Halloween-y. Ooh, last year also had Shady Brook Psychoscarapy. That was a very Halloween.
Oh, that was perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, this year definitely lacked in that for sure. There was nothing that really filled that void.
I agree. I mean, I have a lot of thoughts and feelings about 26. Like, I feel like it was a really strong year, but also there were like a lot of weak spots for me.
It was a very weird year, and it's especially weird for me because I can't properly form an opinion as a fan because I worked there.
Right.
Like because to me, I mean, I can still see which houses were weak and which ones were strong, but I can't deny that even walking through a very weak house, just like knowing the people completely changes your perception of everything, and just being a part of it normally, but not that night. It's very different. You have trouble being critical of things, although I am still critical of a lot of stuff at 26, even things from my own house. But I don't know. I feel like this was a strong year, but it was a very shifting year. Like, this was very much the beginning of a new saga in Horror Nights, but I don't know what it is. All I know is that it's different from before. Like, we're going to need 2 or 3 more years to figure out what direction we're actually going in now, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's another thing that I've kind of noticed is a trend with Halloween Horror Nights. I mean, obviously, I haven't been following it that long, but like, it seems like the year after an anniversary year always seems like a little crooked, except for 21, which was perfect. Bye. Fight me.
No, 21 is a fantastic year. 21 is stronger than 20, I would say, for sure.
Well, 21 to me just had the strongest houses and scare zones. Like, you can talk all you want about Icon, and obviously me, who adopted the moniker Lady Luck, has a lot to say about it.
Hey, but so, can I play ignorant audience? Because I am. What was 20 and 21? Recap for me.
Okay.
20.
No, go ahead. 20
was like Adaru and Fear.
Okay.
All the scare zones, got it. Most of the scare zones were like past Icons. I think Halloween Pass was that year.
Year 20. Oh boy, what were good things about 20? I'm just kind of pulling up.
Well, 20 was a weird anniversary year because they tried doing Fear, and then 21 had like 7, the scare zone with the 7 deadly sins.
Yes. Blood and Guts was 21.
Blood and Guts.
Blood and Guts.
Nightingale. 21.
Forsaken, Nightingales.
Yes, Forsaken was 21.
Nightingales is actually, we had a question from Will Smith, the HHN dog himself.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, what original property that Horror Nights created would you want to bring back?
Blood and Guts.
And mine is Nightingales all the way.
Blood and Guts is the one for me, man. That's no shock. I mean, like icons or whatever. Obviously, I would like to see any of the icons that I missed make a return because I missed them and I'm selfish and I want things.
Absolutely.
Right.
If we're talking about just like a house, like give me that HR, like just pour him all over
Human
me.
resources.
I want it.
Listen, as soon as I
Yes,
invent
give me
time
that.
travel, we can just go and visit them again. It'll be
We're waiting,
fine.
Connie. You've been talking about inventing time travel since I met you when I was 16. Like, you need to work on this.
I know it's been a while, and it's really hard. I don't have a science degree.
Maybe you should have gotten time on that English degree.
I know. Such a waste. Time travel is way more important.
Yeah.
Connie, do you have something you'd bring back?
Okay, so I've been to 2 years, so like I guess I really liked the oh no, I can't remember what it's called. I almost called them idiots. That's not right. The like the caretaker and the director
Icons,
and
the icon.
Oh, the icons, yeah.
Thank you. Oh, I had a
love that of
total.
all the words you couldn't think of in that moment, because obviously I know you know that word. Like, you know what that is.
Yeah.
But just, the idiot scare zone. Shout out to you, Allie. You were definitely in the idiot scare zone.
It starts with an I. It has like the same amount of syllables, kind of.
Oh no.
A little bit. I have an English. Hello, I have an English degree. Everyone listening. I know words good.
I would be interested. Okay, that is something I've written down, but I want to get to some of the IPs that we might see this year first. I know, I'm sorry.
Oh, no. That was a happy.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like, IPs.
No, I cannot vocally distinguish disgust from pleasure.
It is all good.
That's
Okay,
worrisome. You should get that checked out.
Yeah, that's probably.
I have my little list here ranked from most likely to least likely.
All right.
So number 1 on the list right now is, and it is very early, so this is really broad, but Amityville is currently topping the list.
For Orlando?
Yes.
Lies. Topping the list should be American Horror Story.
Well, I mean, we know that's coming back. I feel like everyone feels like that's a given, right?
Yeah, I do. I feel like so it should top the list. No, I want.
I know you're biased. It's okay.
You're gonna be
American
okay.
Horror Story, we are all 10 out of 10 excited, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. I am pumped. I am pumped to Asylum and Coven and kind of Roanoke a little bit. I think
Roanoke might make a better haunted house than it did a season.
Probably.
Yeah, I want to see past Applesauce Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I would love to play the Butcher. That would be pretty cool.
The Butcher.
Ooh, that would be
The Butcher.
The Butcher.
Get your accent ready, JK. You'll have an audio cue.
Because I sure loved my audio cues this year.
I know. Yes, Coven is my favorite season because I'm sassy or something. I don't know.
I like that you
I was like the inner like theater kid in me was like, this is my favorite.
Yeah.
They
all wear black and Jessica Lange is great. So there you go.
And they all show up 20 minutes late with Starbucks.
Absolutely.
Normal witchy stuff.
Just normal witch things. Well, also I have a really deep love of New Orleans.
Oh, true.
I got to visit there a couple times, and it's just so beautiful.
Oh yeah,
So
I went there once when I was 14, but at 14 I looked like an adult. So people were like, "Hey, come in and drink stuff," and I was like, "I'm 14, haha."
To get you to drink in New Orleans.
Constantly, or at least on Bourbon Street.
That sounds awesome.
It was pretty cool.
But also, yeah, continue. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. The only thing for me is that one thing on my wish list is I really want them to do Voodoo Prom.
Wait, Voodoo Prom?
Here we won't get a chance at original Voodoo for a while because they'll do Voodoo in Coven.
Oh yeah. I keep thinking about Lemonade, and the only thing I can think of, sorry for bringing
No, you're good. It's fine.
The only thing I can think of that would even be like kind of like something that no one would guess would be like, that YouTube video that's like the first like 4 minutes of that porn. It's like that woman stealing the lemon.
What?
Yeah, the lemon tree.
What would happen? Would it just be the
I don't know. She's like stuffing lemons into like this fishnet bodysuit, like this neon pink fishnet bodysuit.
Yes.
She's just stealing lemons from this lemon tree.
I'm so happy you said that because I thought
How dare anyone steal lemons?
But I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't be the one to bring up porn. Not first. It's too obvious.
I have to break the seal. Must
Yeah.
bring porn up first.
Yeah.
Melody.
What'd you say? I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Connie is stealing your job.
Oh, no. She just made my job easier. I just didn't want to be the first one to bring up porn. Now
I thought you were like, how dare you mention porn before I do?
Yeah. So,
Steal your porn thunder.
I also thought of that lemon tree porno. That definitely popped into my mind.
I didn't until you said it, but now I'm glad that you did.
Yeah, we're swooping in with the memes over here, my dudes.
Yeah, it's either that or like that part in the Addams Family movie where like Wednesday is selling lemons and that Girl Scout who ends up being a pilgrim, she lit her states on fire in a different movie. Like, can I have an entire house that's just Wednesday Addams selling lemonade? That'd be fine.
Ooh, I'd be so down
I'd be cool
for
with that too.
Who
Who owns Addams Family? Is that something they'll ever be able to do?
Probably not.
Gomez is really tight about like the family fortune, so I don't know if you could ask Gomez to let you use their name like that.
It's not.
He's
not
a real bitch about it.
Thing it. Like
Question mark?
There's not enough scary things in the Addams Family to make a house out of.
You're right. They're not. They're
You're
fun.
right. I can see
mean,
a comedy house.
They're spooky, but they're not like scary. I know you could probably pull it off, but it's now been so well established as a PG like family property.
Oh, you're right. Now we're drawing kids, and that would be bad.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Let's stick to the monsters.
Oh, yeah, obviously, the monster house is gonna slay.
Wait, I don't know if y'all listened to. Shout out to another great podcast. Catacombs. Catacombs. I say catacombs. Do you say catacombs?
Catacombs.
I think it's a pecan thing here. Catacombs, I think, or maybe it was Scare Zone. Oh God, I'm just dropping another podcast all over this one.
Just spill the podcasts all across the floor. Just spill them
exactly.
everywhere.
They talked about, I think James Keaton, who plays Jack, talked about how they used to literally just have the monsters walking around Universal.
Oh yeah, that would have been on Scare Zone. That's the only one.
Because they interviewed James, right?
Did yeah.
Like,
I haven't
okay.
gotten to that episode yet, which makes me sad because I could just listen to James Keaton tell stories forever.
He is so funny. Like I also could listen to him talk just forever.
Yeah,
he's the real storyteller.
Exactly. Who is the real storyteller?
James Keaton for storyteller as Icon 2K17.
Yes, please.
Every time I've had an opportunity to encounter him, I've gone out of my way to do such, and it is so worth it. And ugh.
Oh yeah, I really wanted to see. Obviously, I don't live in Florida, but I would have loved to see the Animatronicans show.
Yes, Hunty. Yes. Let me tell you about me with Animatronicans real quick. Super quick sidestep.
We can do a sidebar. We have like an hour left.
I'm apparently the official world's biggest fan of Animatronicans, as I have seen it more times than any other single person during its run.
Wow. She got an award and everything. Seriously.
I got a one-of-a-kind Animatronicans mug for it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. Because I saw it 3 times during Fringe and 3 times at Parliament House, making a total of 6. And no other person bought like 6 individual tickets to come see it, not even their families. So,
oh, wow.
That's how I became Facebook friends with most of the cast of Animatronicans.
Nice.
Isn't the usher in that show too? Not to like blow anyone's cover, because I know people can be touchy about that.
Yes. No, his name is Josh, and yes, he was also in it. He was Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, good. I have no idea who these people are. So
he is hilarious and a hugely inspirational local actor to me. Just he's very funny and a good good-hearted person.
He's feel like super nice.
He's so nice. He does horror makeup show and it doesn't matter how many times I see him do horror makeup, I still die every time because he's just so funny. Like he has the most perfect sense of self-deprecating humor, and it just kills me.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, anyways, now that we've gone off on a nice little
we done diddly did that. Okay.
Thank
What
you,
is the
Ned Flanders.
podcast about a couple of side trains? So the next one on my list is Saw.
Yeah, I can see Saw coming back because they're making another one.
Yeah, there is another Saw movie coming out this year. I personally do not like Saw.
I don't want it to be a house, because if it becomes a house, then I'd have to watch the movie, and I don't actually want to do that.
I don't want to do that.
Well, I will be seeing the movie, and I do like the franchise. And
So we'll let Melody do this.
Horror Nights has been like painfully devoid of good, solid, nasty gore for a while. So I'd really like.
And see, I'm not a gore fan, so that's like okay with me, and that's why I don't like Saw. But I know a lot of people do love it. I know a lot of people want another crack at the Saw house.
Yeah, like the one in 2009 was really solid, really just gnarly, gross stuff, and I was like, ooh, yes, like that's. I like that kind of stuff, like when it's just gross. And there was some of that at 25. Like we had some decent gore in Jack's show and in Body Collectors.
Yeah.
But this year, 26 was literally devoid of gore.
It really was. I mean,
probably the goriest thing I could think of was like in Tomb, the girl split in half, and then the heart rip scene.
Yeah.
Well, I never saw Tomb.
Yeah,
Tomb was really good.
It. Like, I mean, there's blood on actors, and then there was more expansive scare zone up on the stages, but like in the houses, just nothing. Like in American Horror Story, we were so non-gory, which is a shame because freaking Hotel
Vampires.
Hotel is just blood the entire time. Like
yeah, it was so like Hotel was seriously not bloody enough. It was a gorgeous house, and the hotel section was amazing.
Yeah,
those walls should have been dripping in blood.
Absolutely, and vodka.
Yeah.
Well, you can't really see the vodka's clear, so.
I'm not gonna say anything about the vodka levels in the house.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
we're good.
I'm just. This is a joke, everybody. You have to go through security when you work there too.
I know.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, we do have our own security line, which is a little bit like faster, but we're not actually bringing vodka into the house.
Oh no, yeah, I was just joking, but it's all good.
Now, cocaine is another story.
You're hilarious. Just pretend it's something else, like diamond shaving.
Oh, Krampus!
It's Splenda from my coffee. And they're like, "Oh, go right ahead."
This strange white substance in a plastic bag. This is fine. Continue.
This is fine.
Sometimes I felt like you could get away with that through like the team member security because they were so chill. Like they didn't care.
Well, they know you guys aren't gonna be assholes because you work there.
Exactly.
And if you are, then they'll just like.
I read about. I know this has been going on for a long time, but I actually read about the people who bring like fish hooks to Horror Night to put on things.
Mostly it's accidental, but it did happen several times throughout the year. This year in our house, always in my room, which was very upsetting.
No, that's terrible.
It's really terrible. Like, there's few things more disturbing than like having someone get injured in the house, like really seriously, because you know, you get to live in a fantasy too. Like when you're working in there, it is such a beautiful break from reality. You're completely removed from reality. And then like the one time I saw like real human blood on the floor of American Horror Story, it just shook me because I was like, oh, that's real life invading on my fantasy.
No, yeah, that's terrible.
It was.
It's fake blood or bust.
Absolutely.
Pretty much. That's, yeah.
PSA to everyone, don't be an asshole to scare actors.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like, for real. I said that ironically in tone, but not in sentiment at all.
No, I mean, I feel like at this point, that's a given.
How would you even, like, have time to put a fishhook onto a stuffing face? Like, how would that...
It doesn't... Okay, so for the most part, the fish hooking, even though people always say that, like, people do it intentionally just to be an asshole...
I've actually heard it's for legal reasons. Like, people will be, like, ambulance chasers. Like, they'll be like, I got hurt at Horror Nights. Give me money.
Well, that's just not really what happens. Most of what happens is that people have fish hooks on their hats decoratively. You know how, like, fishermen will do that? Okay, that makes sense. If they're not caught at the entrance by ops, those fish hooks can just get caught on things.
Oh.
Specifically the stuff and face in my room because it was those beaded curtains.
Right.
Yeah.
And the, like... most stuff in face is like big, thick, like vines or just something. But the real thin wire can get wrapped around the fish hook and pull it off the person's hat, and then that's what gets caught. People doing it purely out of spite. I don't actually think that happened this year. We had like 3 or 4 fish hooking incidents in American Horror Story. I don't think any of them were intentional. And I think that's how it is most of the time. Like that sort of thing just happens as a really sad, like crappy accident. So,
yeah, I only read about it as people getting caught, having them at the front, like at security, like took them away.
Yeah, and see, when they're doing that, it's when they're on their hats.
Okay.
People tend not, like, they're not actually trying to sneak fish hooks in to just hurt people.
They're not ambulance chief.
Yeah, they're not psychopaths.
Okay. All right, so Saw, that was short-lived.
Yes.
Saw, thumbs up for Melody. Me and Connie, yeah.
Nah.
Yes, I will always be here with like the inside scoop from how Horror Nights works, because it's a lot different from what people think.
Absolutely, and that's part of what makes this podcast so neat.
Yeah.
Which is good, because like I hate doing research, but I love information, so like you can just feed it straight into my brain.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so the next step on my list here is, oh my god, where'd it go? Hellraiser, even though we already talked about the hint. Thoughts and feelings?
I don't know.
I don't know it either, because again, I'm just not into like the body kind of gory kind of.
Well, I am, and Hellraiser is like porn.
Okay, question. Again, I'm gonna be the small ignorant child in the horror house that we are living in today. I'm just a young graveyard child. But Hellraiser, is that the one with the nails in his face? Is that
Yes,
guy?
Pinhead.
That is Pinhead, yes.
Cool.
Pinhead.
Now I know that.
So, Connie, you and I need to see Hellraiser. I think you would really enjoy it. First off,
We'll do a marathon once more things exist.
Yes. Second off, so Hellraiser, I think it would make such a great house. Like, I love that movie. Again, it has lots of, my favorite type of gore specifically is practical gore. Like, good, just gross special effects. And there was a lot, like, that's just what Hellraiser is. And, seeing that in a house would make me so happy. I would love to see all the makeup that would be done. Like, I could
definitely see it being a real technical marvel, which is one of the things that really did get me into Horror Nights, is looking at how they do effects and sets and everything. So I think it could be a real, like, kind of, I mean, not to like compare it, because, you know, this is gonna be like a weird comparison, but like Tomb was looked at this year as like really artistically interesting with the special effects and all. It could be like the next year's Tomb.
I could definitely, I agree with that. Although, spoiler
like
alert,
that.
it's amazing how much of the set design is duct tape.
Do you know, just on another side tangent, do you know if all the pulleys in Tomb stopped working towards the end of the run? Because at the beginning of the run, I could like pull ropes and like walls would move and things would shoot air. And at the end, I could pull rope and then sadness and nothing.
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't actually know. That's something you can ask Tyler, though.
I will find him and stalk him and ask him these things in a creepy way.
Or I could literally just text him and be like, hey.
Yeah, that would also work.
I understand that Tomb was too dark to really put on YouTube, and Ghost Town maybe as well. But I did find them.
Everyone just wanted those sweet views from posting the popular IPs.
Yeah, like literally every website that documents Horror Nights did American Horror Story and like maybe Halloween 2.
Yeah, everyone did American Horror Story. Everyone did Exorcist.
Oh, that's true too. There's a lot of Exorcist.
Those are the two big ones. Which, I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna complain about American Horror Story, but I would like to watch videos of other houses, please. Sometimes I don't want to look at my own face.
There's also where Chance has made it into there. And so,
no, Chance was in every single house.
Yep, for sure. That's a complete
Melody was actually you were actually playing Chance playing the bearded lady. That's the
you're right.
Yeah.
According to Chance, I was that cute hairy girl. So we had a couple of visits from Chance throughout the run backstage, and needless to say, seeing Chance interact with characters from American Horror Story is something I will never forget.
Like in character?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so we shared space with like makeup and costuming for Chance, which obviously was her out of character. But then at one point, we got these things called boo bucks, which are kind of like good job cards. And one of the winners of one of the drawings got a photo with Chance in costume, and so she came like completely in character, just skipped right into the break room. And we all just flood over to her because like it's mom,
yeah.
And so it was very exciting. And then I don't know why like nobody else ever talks about this as much as I do, but right after we won House of the Year, Chance came through the house.
No.
Yes, Chance came in costume, in character, through American Horror Story. Like, it was one of the most surreal things that's ever happened to me. It was so unexpected.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, like I saw my assistant stage manager around the corner and then just kind of stop at the entrance to my room, and I was like, oh dang, am I in trouble? Like what is happening? And then she kind of nodded and stepped in, and there was Chance, and I was like, ugh. Yeah, so I attempted to scare Chance, and she said, "Hey, Harry girl," and I was like,
"Oh my gosh,
that
makes me so happy!" Like,
oh yeah, that's what she called me before, and then I did my thing with Mordrake, and she went, bang, and I was like, it was great. It was great. Thank you, Chance. You made my night.
All right. So those are my top 3 in terms of really early broad speculation. I don't really have anything else that I think has a lot of weight to it. That we don't already know. Like, obviously American Horror Story is gonna come back. And
yeah.
I don't want to talk about The Walking Dead because I hate it. So
same.
So we're not gonna do that. So we're on to kind of just things that aren't like houses. Like I was thinking, like that was one of my issues with 26. Is I felt like besides 2 really standout scare zones, the others were kind of lacking, and the hordes were almost pitiful.
Yeah.
Like I love the chainsaw people. I think that's something that makes HHN really cool. Is they have more than just like a guy with a chainsaw. They have like the hordes. But like there were like 3 of them. So yes. I would love for more consistently strong scare zones for 27.
What? I don't know. I liked the hordes. I liked the themes of the hordes this year.
I absolutely loved the themes. There just weren't enough of them.
Should we? Do you want more?
Were there like people? 6 geishas?
Yeah, there were 6 geishas. So you want more? Do you want more people per horde or more kinds of hordes? Do you want the geishas to fight the cheerleaders? Like,
yes.
The cheerleaders should behead the scarecrows.
Is the I want now is geishas versus cheerleaders.
Yeah, I love the hordes this year. My biggest thing is I wish they were bigger. I thought
absolutely, like it doesn't feel as threatening when there's only 3 chainsaws. It's scary when there's like 20 guys. And if we have to cut back on the different kinds to get more of one kind, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. There were plenty of Bubbas. I thought there were plenty of them.
I never saw any of them in any kind of video footage.
Yeah, they weren't but there were so many of them when you went. And I thought there were enough chainsaw cheerleaders too.
There were a lot, yeah.
That was the one I would say there was the most of. But you get some scarecrows and the geishas. There were 6 geishas.
Yeah, there were
6
geishas,
and there were 3 scarecrows and 3
pumpkin heads.
Yeah, and they were, I don't know, I wish each of those had been doubled. Like, I wish there were 12 in each of those hordes, and then I would have been pretty much content. Especially because the geishas and the scarecrows and pumpkinheads, they switched out, right? They were both in, like, the Sting Alley area.
Yeah.
They moved around a lot this year. I had no idea where any of them were.
They didn't switch out with each other, though. It was the geishas were first near Starbucks, and then the scarecrows were between Transformers and Mel's.
Okay.
Like, so you see one and then the other.
They were just like right next to each other. I would just wish there were twice as many of each of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
6 pumpkin heads, 6 scarecrows, and 12 geishas would have been lovely. Because the geishas, oh my god, the geishas were so gorgeous.
They were beautiful.
Like,
they were like simultaneous, like super beautiful, but also like really badass. Like you were kind of scared of them.
They were such bosses, and it was
it's because they used blood as their makeup.
The people from Scarecrow Dining, they would break in our break room as well, and like just getting to see the geishas that close, or any of the geishas, and just like look, just be be that creepy person, like, hey, can I just stand here and look at your outfit for a couple minutes?
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Melody, I don't know if this is just like rumor board hearsay, but did the geishas have trouble like not passing out? I heard a lot of stories about geishas like having to call out because it was just too much.
I didn't hear as much of that. I know that the geishas had kind of like uncomfortable outfits.
Which can be really difficult when you're doing chainsaws in the floor.
Yeah, I honestly, you hear stories from everywhere of people having to leave for every kind of reason. I didn't hear anything specifically about the geishas having a hard time, but I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case.
I heard a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, the geishas were like passing out again. I'm like, okay, like I haven't seen anything obviously, but
yeah.
I don't know. I think that's just part of the job description.
Yeah, it's hard in Florida. It's hot. I mean, also California. I don't know why we keep doing these horror things in hot places, but I appreciate it, I guess, because I live here.
Yeah. Alabama is about the same humidity-wise and temp-wise as Florida, like most of the time in the summer at least.
As badly as I want to do streets.
2017, Antarctic.
Yeah.
No. Just no.
So obviously the breakout hit this year with Scare Zones was Vamp 55.
Yeah.
For good reason. Absolutely. You guys think it'll come back in any capacity?
I think it'll come back as a house, but it'll be at least 3 or 4 years.
Yeah,
I was about to say, people are like, they should ride the wave into 27. I'm like, but that will be dumb.
Yeah, that would be like if Asylum in Wonderland, the house, happened in 2009.
That would be like American Werewolf in London coming back.
Well, I'd be okay with that. I love that house. But also, unlike some people, I'm not as desperate for new things as others, because I personally, so this is why I think Horror Nights is such a personal thing, I find extreme enjoyment and pleasure to be gained from redoing things. So when I go to Disney, I do the same shit all the time. And I go to Disney like buy or try weekly. So I like consistency, and I like being able to analyze one thing super, super well. So the idea of something coming to Horror Nights and then never coming back just at all, like, really, really bums me out, especially if it's something I never got to see in the first place. But
if you do it too close to, and like if we had Vamp 55 again in some capacity in 27, like we're gonna burn out of it too fast.
Yes, that's what I agree with as well. Although I want them to like recast all of my Vamp BBs into the house, so that would, give them their jobs back.
Yeah.
True story. My little sister literally dressed up as Misbehave from.
Yes.
Oh my God!
Who did that?
Can you send me a picture of that?
I had it on Twitter. I'll tag you in it again. Okay. I don't know where it is. I know it's on Twitter.
I must send it to her.
I'm gonna find it right now.
I think the girl who played her has seen it.
Okay.
Sarah?
Yes, that's her.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. That
doesn't retweeted it at one point, so.
Sarah is really on top of the whole social media thing, but I wanted to send it to her if she hadn't seen it.
Okay. I think she has, but you want to send to her again? Whatever. Yeah. I love the Vamps. I really do. I just don't know how I feel about them coming back immediately. And also, I don't know, because a lot of people have speculated that they'll bring them back in a different time period, and I'm like, no, keep them in the 50s.
But what's the point if they're, I mean, I guess they're immortal, so they could like progress. They could be like, oh, we're 50s vampires, we're greasers, but here we are in the 70s.
That would actually be really funny.
Oh, vampires.
I would love to see different time periods of vampires, but I loved like the 50s vampire thing like so much that it's like I don't really want them to be Vamp 85.
So down
Melody?
for that.
Vamp 85. Take me on.
Yes.
Do you imagine the soundtrack in Vamp 85?
Incredible.
We kind of already have that, right? With Hotel, like, I mean, not the house, but like in the season, they follow the vampires through a lot of different time periods.
Yeah, I was about to say, Hotel gives me like the 70s exploitation film vibe, so.
Wait, can we have Misbehave meet Gaga?
I love it.
That would be great. I legitimately, like, I am a huge Lady Gaga fan, and the minute I saw the Gagas in Hotel, I was like, oh my God, she's there.
Yeah, yeah.
That was terrifying how much they looked like her.
Yes, I know.
Like, I would have been so intimidated just because I would be thinking it was Lady Gaga, and I would be like, I really love your songs.
Like, honestly, like they all got that so much. So I'm really tight with the red Gaga in the elevator in the Terrio Park.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's Allie. She was by far our most Gaga looking Gaga icons last year. So she's like everything. Allie is better.
Are you allowed to say who she was in Icons?
Yes, she was the succubus, the red demon.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Amazing. Yeah, like she's so cool. I love Allie to pieces.
That's amazing.
Yeah, she and I, like, we just had like a big slumber party this past weekend with two Reagans and who else was there? Natasha from our house. Like, we all still hang out, everybody. So anyway,
that is so cool that you guys are still like friends and stuff. Like, that's so neat.
My core friend group are all castmates from Horror Nights.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is really cool. So anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, people did think she was Lady Gaga, both online and in person, and people all the time would say like, "Oh, I love such and such song," and like it made her so happy. She loved hearing that.
That is so cool. Yeah, like, that would be the raddest. Like, it would be like
great.
So neat.
I mean, I actually got a lot of that too. I think one of the funniest things is like this very nice older gay gentleman reaching out to me and saying, "Kathy Bates, I love your work."
Yeah.
And it was
that is
like,
so cool.
It just made me so happy. I was like just over the moon. And that happened so much. I got like every night I would get, "Oh, I love you, Kathy Bates," or like just all the time. And she got, of course, "Yes, Gaga, yes." Like,
yes,
constantly.
Of course.
Between her and I, we had that gay male market cornered.
Oh man, wait till Coven.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it's gonna be insane. Okay, I just thought of this, and this is a side tangent, so I'll try to get this out there quickly. Did you have any Jessica Langes in your house?
We did. We had one Jessica Lange. She was
Elsa
Mars in Freak Show, getting her leg cut off by the German in the snuff.
That is right. Okay.
No one remembers.
I was thinking about it. I know you guys did 2 seasons that she wasn't in. No, you did 1 season that she wasn't in.
Yeah, she wasn't in Hotel. Her character wasn't pivotal enough, or I guess just wasn't creepy or scary enough in Murder House to justify.
She's not creepy enough to be in a haunted house for Murder House.
Yeah, and I was kind of bummed out that we didn't have like a real like older Elsa Mars. We had the young flashback one, but I'm still happy that we had her at all. I know that we will have a Fiona Good though. There's no way that.
Oh, there's no way you can't.
Or Sister Jude. Like, it would literally be impossible to do either of those without her.
Right.
Yeah, so she was a pretty important player.
I'm like,
because I was just thinking about that. I was like, wow, we really associate Horror Nights to Jessica Lange, and there was only like one of her, but it didn't matter. So
yeah, and a lot of different people played her too, because she took a lot of shit being strapped down onto a bed in front of the line with.
Oh yes.
Yeah, like it was bad. She had some really terrible things happen to her. Bless every young lady that played Elsa Mars.
Yeah, and that's already like a really intense scene to play, so.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, lots of strobe, lots of loud sound. And then you have.
Yeah, I would. That is so terrible that people thought that was okay. But yeah, we've talked about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have about 25 minutes left, so I was just wondering if you guys had any personal like wish lists, could never happen in a million years, original branded anything that you would love to see come to 27.
Well, my personal like #1 dream house that will never happen, but that I have written a treatment for and is in my laptop somewhere, is Pink Floyd's The Wall.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I know that's like super kind of out of the norm for Horror Nights, which is why it'll probably never happen. The movie isn't even really a horror movie, but it has so many horrific elements. Like, it has so much creepy imagery, creepy sounds, creepy concepts.
Absolutely, yeah.
I could absolutely see it. It has a pre-made soundtrack. It would just be so cool. Again, never in a million years. It'll probably never happen. I could actually see it happening in Hollywood much more.
Yeah, I was about to say, that could be something Hollywood screws up.
Yeah, which is a shame. I would have to be out. I would have to fly to California. I would have to see it. It's my favorite album.
Right.
But yeah, so Pink Floyd's The Wall. That's my kind of big. It'll never happen, but boy, wouldn't it be cool?
Right.
Yeah.
Bates Motel is another one for me.
Oh,
Bates Motel.
Why are they not doing this?
I don't know. Even over the course of the 4 seasons, I don't really think there's enough like scary moments to make a whole house because it's such a character drama. But like, it would still be really
honestly,
cool.
you could just do a taxidermy house, and I would shit myself.
Oh, that would be awesome. Just a straight up like creepy taxidermist house. Why haven't we done this?
I fucking hate taxidermy. Like, there's a place in Jacksonville, Florida called Clark's Fish Camp. I don't know if you guys have ever been there, but it's like a kind of touristy stop, and I was there on like a church trip, and they have the world's largest private collection of taxidermy, and they have like weird animals like giraffes and stuff, and I lost my shit in there. Like, no.
Yes. Actually.
Yes. Obviously, I want to do it at Horror Nights. But my personal wish list, gosh, I had this written down. Hold on, let me find my notes here. Ooh, well, I said Nightingales already, and Nightingales it is. That is one of my very favorite original content houses they've ever done, and it's kind of begging to be done again because you can put it in any time period, any war, and the aesthetics
really could
and interesting, and that's another thing that's super strange to me because that was kind of a gore house.
Yeah.
But it's so cool.
I would.
We had one of the ladies who played a nightingale in Jack's house at 25. They had the nightingales scene, and she came on my Tumblr and was like, "Hey, I think it's really cool that you love nightingales because I was a nightingale." And I was like, "You're my favorite."
Yep.
I was like so happy. It made my day.
Oh man, no, I you made her day too. I swear. Like, I'm sure. That is.
Yeah.
Like, I love. Okay. So I'm like super into the whole Tinder game, and I love when I match with someone and like they mention American Horror Story. I was always like, "What do you watch?" People say American Horror Story. I'm always like, "Well, let me tell you something, my friend." And then,
I am.
yeah, and then suddenly I'm like the most interesting person in the world.
Yeah.
I am the most American Horror Story. Hello.
Yeah,
I'm
the president of the American Horror Story.
I believe it.
Not really. That would be probably any of the Evan Peters, but you know.
Oh, that's true. The other thing on my wish list is, this is kind of like, and we can go, I really want there to be more icons. I think they're such a really integral part of the event and such a cool thing that Horror Nights kind of created for themselves. And I really want there to be a dual icon year with Cindy and Caretaker.
Yes, please.
And it's kind of like a family business kind of year where they're both just fucking shit up.
Yes, please. I want father-daughter bonding. Give me father-daughter bonding.
Exactly. I'm forever bitter that Cindy only got one house, and it wasn't very good, apparently. And she needs more time. And I also think the Caretaker is a really interesting character, so... But I feel like we'll get the Usher back before we get either of them ever again.
I'm okay with the other. I'm okay with the Usher. I'm okay with it.
I am too. I love him, but...
Bring me my Usher baby.
Honestly, if there's going to be an icon that they haven't done, that they have done before that is going to come back this year, it's him.
I mean, yeah, I completely
that'd be cool.
agree. I think the Usher is the next on the plate.
Yeah, because we have some kind of classic horror movies on the plate, and Saw was one that he was the icon for.
Right.
So,
yeah.
But yes, I would love a Cindy Caretaker year and have it be that Victorian crazy bananas horror.
Yes.
That's like
my language.
Which kind of, you could do a lot of cool houses with that. I'm not sure we'd ever have like a Sweeney Todd house, but if you were going to have a Sweeney Todd house, that would be the year that you would have a Sweeney Todd house. And I would be totally down for a Sweeney Todd house.
Freaking-lutely.
I would lose it. Like, I would like literally scream sing my way through that house.
Because that already also has a soundtrack, kind of.
It does, yeah.
I think that would be amazing.
Actually, and this is another like totally crazy Scare Zone idea. I kind of wanted to Sweeney Todd Scare Zone. And you could do the contest in the streets.
Oh, a Sweeney Todd Scare Zone, that would be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool.
I have like lots of like weird Scare Zone ideas because I love the interactivity of Scare Zones.
Would like Sweeney Todd's character give you a shave? Like, would there be like a barber's chair?
Yes.
I think there would be like a show, like an icon, like stage show.
Yeah, or like
Where they
with
do
the
contest.
what's that man's name?
Pirelli.
Pirelli. Thank you.
I'm theater, so
Hello, theater.
I
I'm
am.
Connie.
Yeah. Oh my god, I walked into that one.
Okay, so I know this is like not a good movie, or it's not well known as a good horror movie. The House of Wax with Paris Hilton in it. Not
Did
like the scariest of movies, but I like it. I like the layout of the town is really cool. I think that would make a really good house, actually. Or even no, it couldn't be a scary zone. But like when the film walks through the town and there's all these like he thinks people are living there, but they're actually just like jerry-rigged people made into wax, people made to look like real people again. I think that would be really cool, and I would have a good atmosphere. I think that'd be fun.
I could see it. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. No, I'm sorry. I was about to say Rob Zombie did House of Wax, but he did House of a Thousand Corpses, so another house.
Yeah.
And I was like, Hollywood did that. I thought. So I was like,
House on Haunted Hill.
That'd be
Or we could do Scary Movie 2.
Yeah.
Sausage Party 3D, The Haunted House featuring New Slash.
Just what I want.
God. We were talking about music houses earlier, and I think we've gotten to the portion of the show we can call We Shit on Hollywood. I think we've finally reached it, you guys.
We need Darcy.
We do? Where is she?
I don't think she's gonna make it.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
afraid she won't.
Yeah,
I'm texting her right now. She's like still in the car.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna be Darcy-less tonight, but next time
No.
there will be 4 hoes instead of just 3.
Yeah, and I'll save her a super cool intro for next time. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. We were talking about you wanted Pink Floyd, and I was like, I can't forgive them for what they did to Black Sabbath.
Yo, true.
I was raised on classic like rock and heavy metal, and I cannot forgive them for what they did to Black Sabbath. Like, I was so excited. I was like going through HHN videos as you do, and I was like, oh my god, there was a Black Sabbath house. I'm like so excited. This sounds like perfect. It was dumb.
Dang.
Update. It was dumb.
I don't know of this thing you speak of.
Oh.
I don't follow Hollywood?
Hollywood did a house based on like Black Sabbath songs, which sounds like it should be literally the hardest thing to mess up in the world. It apparently is very easy to mess up because they did.
Oh, nice. Impressive.
They had to try. I'm upset.
I gave up.
That house was like 4 years ago, and I'm upset. But anyway, as far as wish listing or shitting on Hollywood,
Destroy them.
Take a sip, babes. I'm a huge classic monster movie person. And I think they've done like them in groups really often, but my very, very favorite classic horror movie is Creature from the Black Lagoon, and I feel like he's sorely underrepresented.
Yes, I completely agree. He's bae.
I have the ugly doll like plushie of Gilman. Like, he's so cute. I love him so much. And I watched that movie constantly growing up. Like, I had the videotape, and it's worn out. Just really, it was my favorite. And I feel like we get our Draculas, we get our Frankensteins, get our Wolfmans,
mummies,
and all that. And I get that the costume can be really difficult to do. Like, I can understand not having him in something like All Night Die-In.
Yeah.
But, like, in a house with a controlled environment, think of what they could do.
Nah, I disagree. There's no reason they couldn't do him. It's like a rubber suit. Those are in streets. Those are all over the place. The fact that we could have a guy in, like, a 40-pound diving suit in Gilman's Wharf, like, there's no reason why we could not have somebody.
I wanted Gilman to make a cameo in that zone so bad.
I know, that would have been awesome.
I don't know why I said that now that I think about it. Oh God. Why did I think Gilman couldn't be in there?
He could be.
No, I don't know. I mean, no. I mean, that's you're.
I literally just said that like it was very obvious, and I don't know why. But either way, yes, Gilman is my favorite. I know he's kind of the tail end of the classic monster movies era, but he's cool.
Yeah, he is.
And the music is perfect for a house, and you can do so many things before you like reveal the full Gilman. Like you can do like the hands on the shore, and like there's so many ways you could like make it like a big reveal at the end. Sorry,
Do it.
yeah.
No.
I'm
Make
a
it right
nerd.
now. Write it up, script it out, send it to my guy Yellow. I've sent
Hey,
stuff to my guy
Mike,
Yellow. He did not respond.
But here's his house you should do.
Yeah. That's all you need.
I'll send it with Melody's The Wall.
Actually, I was just thinking that I also kind of have one that, like, when I was doing HHN 26 this year, when I was walking through the houses, I don't know if I know, Melody, we've talked about this. I don't know, Lady Luck, if you've seen the original 1960s Dark Shadows, like the black and white and then became color later soap opera involving vampires and the Phoenix and werewolves and everything.
Finally.
Oh, Darcy, hey!
Fine. Took long enough.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, people in Colorado can't drive for shit.
Fair enough, man. Okay, so we have 13 minutes left in our broadcast, but
Belated introductions.
proud alumni of Hollywood High School Vamps, Darcy is here.
Yeah, hi. I'm Darcy.
She has arrived.
Introduce yourself.
Since we're just shooting the breeze anyway, so tell us about like your experience with Horror Nights, like how long you've been into it, and your favorite memory from the event.
Ooh. Well, I've actually been following the event for 6 years, but only attending for 4. So my first year was 23. Great year to start out with. And everything. But I've been following the event for a while. Probably my favorite memory. Ooh, there's like too many. But probably last year when the usher wrote my name in blood on the window.
That'd be so cool.
Except he misspelled it and it was hilarious.
That's amazing. Out of curiosity, how did he misspell it?
He cut off the last letter, so it was just D-A-R-C.
Darce.
I was
Sup,
like,
Darce?
that's great.
That's a very usher thing to do.
Yeah.
He's just a decrepit man who is blind in one
Can't be
eye, like
bothered
he
to spell
doesn't know how to
things
spell.
properly.
He has no depth perception. Okay, you need to cut him some slack. Can we take a moment to appreciate how often the usher probably runs into things?
Oh yes.
Mhm.
I just love that image of him like trying to walk all cool and ushery down the center aisle of a theater and then just like bumping his knee into a chair.
Tripping over nothing.
Yeah.
He would.
How many times do you think he's like messed up the projector? Like just completely ruined it.
After hours when he's trying to watch movies that he likes that aren't showing.
Yeah. No, I mean like he trips into them, knocks it over, the lamp burns straight through the film, he cries all night.
They find him there in the morning just like hugging the projector. I can see it.
Thank you, Julian.
Okay, so we were just talking about stuff that's on our wish list for Halloween Horror Nights that probably won't ever happen ever in the history of the universe.
Oh, yeah.
So do you have some?
Mine's slightly more possible than normal, but my biggest dream property is Poltergeist.
Oh.
Yeah.
Original or reboot. Either one could probably make a pretty good house.
I'll take it.
I would be into that.
Yeah, unpopular opinion, I liked the reboot.
Wait, the reboot of what? I missed something.
Poltergeist.
Oh God, fuck that.
Oh, wow.
Sorry. I'm sorry. The original is
Like I said,
my favorite.
unpopular opinion.
The remake just makes me want to die.
Fight. Don't fight. Okay, so this is kind of my last footnote. Do you have any wishes for icons? Like, have you ever come up with an original concept for one that you wanted to see enacted?
Not really, honestly.
Traveling shoes salesman.
Can
Played by Steve Buscemi.
you imagine Steve Buscemi doing like commercials for Horror Nights?
Oh my god.
Can you imagine him like actually flying in and like
He'll be the icon every single night too. He won't have Caspi. It will just be him.
Oh, just him
Just
the whole
out
time.
constantly.
Yeah.
No breaks.
Yeah.
No.
No, nothing. Every single night.
He'll just offer to try on a new pair of shoes for you. He'll just get you a new pair. Who knows?
And the shoes
That's
have
the
teeth.
Upcharge house next year. You get shoes made for you by Steve Buscemi.
This sounds so great.
I would 100% attend that event every night.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would buy that Frequent Fear Ultimate with Express. Spend like my room and board for college on that ticket.
Steve Buscemi.
Completely. God, can you imagine the line for like Steve Buscemi?
Oh my god.
I would not work the event just so I could go visit him.
Yes.
But if you work the event, you could possibly see him in the back room. Oh no, he doesn't get breaks. Never mind.
Right, because
He's on all the time.
There is no cast B.
There is
him.
no cast B.
It's just Steve Buscemi.
So obviously I already talked about wanting Cindy and Caretaker dual icon year.
Oh hell yeah.
I would love to see like, okay, this is weird because I'm like, I live in the South and there's like a really rich tradition of storytellers here. And so like every time I see the storyteller, I'm like, you could be so much cooler. I want them to do.
That's because she was created by marketing and not creative.
And as a marketing major, that makes me so mad. But you guys don't understand. I am studying marketing. That move makes no sense. They couldn't market a badass biker queen to the Florida crowd. What the fuck? That's impossible. She was so cool. But anyway, I would love to see Storyteller get like a good year.
Oh yeah.
And have her there's a lot of like really weird, creepy, like Southern folk tales, and I would love to see like a Southern Gothic kind of themed.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
Ooh, yeah.
I almost said Storyteller. It should be like Storyteller revamped to be like Steve Rogers, but we had HR Blood and Guts, so like that's.
Wait, hold on.
Steve Rogers.
I'm sorry, Mr. Rogers. Did I say Steve Rogers? Oh, no.
Steve Rogers, and I went off the train. Like I did not know.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
The question.
Wrong Rogers.
I got distracted.
Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers.
Oh, like the people in your neighborhood in Joe. Like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Yes, the Storyteller revamped Mr. Rogers.
1,000 times more sense.
We already had HR Blood and Guts, not Captain America. The new Storyteller, Elsa Strict, Captain America.
And obviously, Melody picked HR as her like returning original content that she'd love to see. But I think I didn't say it because I didn't want to like steal her thunder. But HR Blood and Guts reality terror vision.
Yep.
Oh my god, yes.
That would be nice.
I was so excited when I thought of that. I was like, oh, I gotta get that into Mike. I gotta get that in there.
Must record.
Yes.
Melody, are you still with us?
What? Yes, I'm here. What?
Okay, I just wondered. I hadn't heard from you in a while.
No, I'm Gucci. I'm just like hanging out with Pearl.
Oh, does Pearl have anything to tell us?
Pearl, what do you have to say?
Oh, interesting, Pearl.
Enlightening.
I was hoping she would snore into the phone, but the moment I held the phone near her face, she stopped snoring and just got angry.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Now she's on the other side of the bed. I can't believe what you all have done.
I'm sorry, Pearl.
Okay.
One day I will pet you. I don't know, because for me, the future of icons is like so uncertain. because they really waffled on Chance this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they
Like
did.
in terms of everything. Like she was doing media, she wasn't. She was doing like press events, and then she wasn't again.
Mm-hmm.
And just like the constant like, what do we do with her? And it's kind of weird.
The focus has kind of shifted to IPs a lot more ever since like 22.
Yeah,
Lady Luck was the last real icon we got.
I know.
You're the last real icon we got, Lady Luck.
Yeah.
You were the last one.
Yeah, it's me.
It was you.
Yep.
It's just me, Randy, sitting at home. I'm We talked about how like Lady Luck is like, I keep my spooky life separate from my personal life.
Mm-hmm.
And like they're like, I like how it's like you're like a hooker for spooky. It's like your night job.
Yeah. And you go home in the morning, you're like, and no one can know. No one can know I'm actually creepy on the inside.
All right, we are just about out of time. So any closing thoughts, things you want to throw out there? Do any of you guys have any like social media you want to plug?
Let's see. I guess I should give out my Patreon, my FetLife, my Tinder. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a cam girl on the weekends. No, Melody that's TH, not THE, Disnerd on Twitter, and that's about it. Everywhere else, please leave me alone.
Yeah. My Twitter is Torch the Bat. No spaces, no nothing.
My Twitter is the very, very creative Connie Wayne. Hello. So you can follow me. That's Connie, CONNI, and then Wayne like Batman. I'm Batman.
Who is listening to the podcast while we're streaming?
No one. We have 0 watching right now. I'm checking.
Amazing.
Someone has it on in the background. So, because like mine is muted and it's giving me some feedback. Okay.
Who knows?
I'm getting some nice experience in here, but we'll work on it. As I run Luck Be a Lady Night on Tumblr. POITE. I am the last person alive to think of a lady like a moniker. Several of the musical fans and also the sexy people who like gambling. I'm already taking.
Of course.
And on Twitter, I do run a pretty active Twitter, but I also tweet about the other part of the dentistry. A lot. I'm Disney in the Streets, Universal in the Sheets. My entire life. So my Twitter is LuckBeALady21, the number 21. All right, I think that's it.
This was fun.
This was a lot of fun. And we're looking forward to doing more. I'm assuming, right, guys?
Yeah, I really like this.
Yeah.
Darcy, yeah, we'll have to get you in next time.
Actually be here for more than 10 minutes.
It's all good. It's all good. This is the first episode. It's where we work out the kinks.
Mm-hmm.
With like
said kink during this podcast.
this echo though, that ambiance.
I'm really feeling this.
I don't know who's causing it.
All right, with that, good night, everybody.